All right, so here are some examples of me simplifying square roots. So what we're going to do when we're simplifying square roots that are of non-perfect squares is we want to pull out all the perfect squares inside the radical. Now, perfect squares are numbers that we can square root and get an integer. So like we can square root 1 because square root of 1 is 1. We can square root 4 because the square root of 4 is 2. We can square root 9 because square root of 9 is 3. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, and so on are all perfect squares because we can square root them and get perfect squares. So we're going to rewrite our radical as the multiplication of a perfect square and a number. So 20, thinking of perfect squares, well, I know that 20, or factors of perfect squares, or factors of 20 that involve a perfect square would be 4 and 5. So the square root of 20 is equal to the square root of 4 times 5, which we again can write as the square root of 4 times the square root of 5. Well, I can't square root 5, but I can square root 4, which is 2, which then still gets multiplied by the square root of 5. Oops. Let me switch over to my, so it'd be 2, oops, that's not 2, square root of 5. Now let's go to the next question. So square root of 12, again, I want to pull out the square roots. Well, factors of 12 that involve a square root would be the square root of 4 times 3, which would be the square root of 4 times the square root of 3, and the square root of 4 is 2. So 2 times the square root of 3. Oops. See if I can do this, leaving it as this. 2 square root, nope. Oh, oops. Square root of 3. Excuse me. All right, let's do this one together. So I know that I can change 450. I can divide that by 25, which is a perfect square. And I would get 18. So square root of 450 is this, square root of 25 times 18, which is the square root of, the square root of 25 times the square root of 18. Square root of 25 is 5. However, I have times the square root of 18, and 18 can be the square root of 9 times 2, which we can then square root 9, which is 3. So we have 5 times 3 times the square root of 2. So that'd be 15 times the square root of 2. Oops. So 15 square root 2. All right, let me know if you have any questions.